Welcome to the Launch Capsule. With your host, James DuBos. Buckle up because your launch capsule begins now.
Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Launch Capsule. Today we're going to talk about something that's often overlooked in the world of entrepreneurship, fulfillment. I'm talking about personal fulfillment, that deep sense of meaning and purpose that makes all the hard work worthwhile. Statistics show that the entrepreneurial journey is incredibly challenging. Would you believe that about 96% of businesses fail within their first 10 years? Pretty sobering, right? Yet there's this elite group of entrepreneurs who not only survive, but thrive, even during economic uncertainty. What's their secret? After studying successful entrepreneurs and drawing from my own experience, I've discovered it comes down to 4 key pillars: gratitude, humility, servant leadership, and teamwork. This framework comes from me, James DuBos, who after 30 plus years as an entrepreneur, identified these principles as the cornerstones of not just business success, but personal fulfillment. Today, I'm going to break down each of these pillars and show you how they can transform your entrepreneurial journey. The importance of fulfillment. When I talk to aspiring entrepreneurs, I always ask them the same question: what's your why? The answers typically revolve around independence, wealth, or escaping the 9-to-5 grind. And those are completely valid reasons. But when we look at visionaries like Elon Musk, we see something different. Musk isn't just building companies. He's working toward establishing human colonies on Mars. That's a vision that goes far beyond personal gain. The scale and quality of your initial driving force, your why, is often what determines your ultimate success. Back in 1995, Bob Buford wrote a book called Halftime that popularized this idea of moving from success to significance in the second half of life. Many entrepreneurs spend decades chasing financial success only to discover that when they reach their goals, they feel empty. They've achieved success, but lack fulfillment. Here's the thing: you don't have to wait until you're 50 to start pursuing fulfillment. You can design a life rich in purpose from the beginning. As psychologist Martin Seligman defined it, genuine thriving includes not just success, but also significance, positive emotions, engagement, and meaningful connections. So ask yourself, are you on a path that leads to where you truly want to go? Whether you're 25 or 55, now is the time to build a business and a life that brings you deep satisfaction and meaning. Chapter 2, Gratitude, the entrepreneur's secret weapon. Let's talk about gratitude, appreciation for the good things in our lives, big or small. It might sound soft or fluffy, but there's hard science behind this concept. Research by Emmons and McCullough found that people who practiced gratitude regularly reported higher levels of happiness and fewer symptoms of depression. They were also more optimistic about the future. Additional studies show gratitude reduces stress levels, improves mental well-being, and even leads to better sleep quality. Neuroscience research published in Neuroimage discovered that people who practiced daily gratitude had increased brain activity in the prefrontal cortex, the area linked to learning, decision-making, and positive emotions. This suggests that gratitude actually reshapes your brain over time. So how does this apply to entrepreneurship? When you're building a business, you'll face countless challenges. Gratitude trains your brain to maintain perspective and resilience. You'll make better decisions and build stronger relationships with your team, partners, and customers. Now let's get practical. How can you cultivate gratitude in your daily life? 1. Keep a gratitude journal. Write down 3 things you're grateful for each day. Notice the little things: that cup of coffee, a supportive message, or a beautiful sunset. 2. Express gratitude to others. Send a thank you note or just tell someone how much you appreciate them. Be mindful of your thoughts and words? Are you focusing on problems or possibilities? 3. Reduce comparisons to others. This is a surefire way to kill gratitude. Focus on your own journey. Sarah Blakely, founder and one of the most successful businesswomen in the world, has spoken about keeping a gratitude journal and how it's been crucial to her success. She even wrote personal thank you notes to customers when she was first building her business. Remember what Thomas Wayne said in Batman, "Why do we fall? So we can learn to pick ourselves up." Gratitude helps you see challenges as opportunities to grow stronger and wiser. Chapter 3, Humility in Business Leadership. Next up is humility. And no, this isn't about being meek or lacking confidence. True humility is about having a deep respect for others' contributions while understanding your own limitations. When you're building from scratch, your personality attracts the right people. As you grow, humility keeps you grounded in reality while developing a character that earns respect. Let me share 4 ways humility transforms your leadership. First, humility creates openness to learning and cooperation. Humble leaders are approachable, which encourages employees to share ideas, concerns, and feedback. This open environment often leads to innovation and team motivation. Second, humility brings self-awareness and better decision-making. When you recognize your strengths and weaknesses, you're more likely to delegate effectively and seek help when needed, preventing costly mistakes. Third, humility fosters empathy for team members. You care about their well-being and goals, recognizing that your success is linked to their growth and happiness. This improves job satisfaction and reduces turnover. Fourth, humility helps you embrace diverse perspectives. You acknowledge that you don't have all the answers and that the best solutions often come from shared knowledge. Look at leaders like Sundar Pichai of Google or Satya Nadella of Microsoft. Both are known for their humility and approachability. Nadella transformed Microsoft's culture to be more open and collaborative, driving the company's impressive resurgence. So how can you become more humble? 1. Practice self-reflection to understand your strengths and weaknesses. 2. Use active listening when conversing with others. 3. Accept constructive feedback without becoming defensive. 4. Admit mistakes and use them as learning opportunities. Remember, practicing humility is an ongoing process. As it becomes part of your character, you'll see positive impacts on your relationships in both personal and professional growth. Chapter 4, Servant Leadership, Leading with Purpose. Now let's explore servant leadership, a philosophy that flips traditional leadership on its head. Instead of putting yourself first, you position yourself as a servant committed to the well-being and growth of your team. This approach is founded on mutual respect. After all, can a company truly grow when people don't feel respected? Rather than barking orders, servant leaders actively listen to their team's concerns, ideas, and needs. They prioritize their employees' personal and professional development, believing that by empowering others, they strengthen the entire organization. According to Gallup research, only 27% of employees strongly believe in the values of their organization. That's a problem we need to fix. Here are 4 principles to become a more effective servant leader. Encourage diversity of thought. This goes beyond demographics to include different ways of thinking. I like to use personality assessments such as DISC or 16 personalities to help me build diverse teams. According to Glassdoor, 67% of job seekers value workplace diversity when evaluating offers. When everyone has a seat at the table, innovation flourishes. Create a culture of trust. Be transparent about your mission, values, and vision. Communicate these clearly at all levels of the organization. Remember, trust must be earned, not given. A culture of trust means the employee feels safe to express ideas to solve problems without fear. Adopt an unselfish mindset. Think about it. Where would you be without the gears that turn the engine? Great leaders help others succeed and make everyone feel valued. According to SurveyMonkey, 43% of respondents feel more confident when recognized, and 78% reported feeling good after receiving appreciation. Foster leadership in others. Build strong teams and groom future leaders. An HR white paper found that 63% of young workers lack leadership development. Without change, there may be no one to take over when current leaders retire. Take time to guide new leaders through coaching, mentorship, and growth opportunities. Servant leadership isn't just about business growth. It creates an environment where you and your team find purpose, meaning, and fulfillment in your work. It transforms not just your business, but the lives of those you lead. Chapter 5, Teamwork, Building High-Impact Teams. You've probably heard the expression, the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. While Aristotle wasn't talking about teamwork, this perfectly captures what we're aiming for when building effective teams. A group can obviously do more than an individual working alone. That's self-evident. But a true team should be able to do considerably more than all the individual members working separately. As the saying goes, there's no I in team. It takes more than one bright mind to tackle complex challenges. No individual has all the necessary information, context, and skills. Great ideas and solutions require collaboration. But here's a question worth pondering. When is being part of a team not fulfilling? You can't just put a bunch of people in a room and expect magic to happen. Effective teamwork requires utilizing diverse abilities, establishing clear shared goals, and fostering genuine cooperation. When teamwork is done right, it leads to success for both individuals and the organization. The company becomes more nimble and better at providing value to customers. And each team member's talents and abilities advance more rapidly as well. Here are 4 key strategies for implementing effective teamwork. 1. Clear vision and goals. Ensure everyone understands the purpose of their role and how it connects to the company's mission. 2. Role clarity. Define and communicate the responsibilities of each team member to avoid overlaps or gaps. 3. Open communication and mutual respect. Create a culture where ideas and concerns can be freely shared. Remember, to be respected means to be heard. 4. Build trust. Make trust the foundation of your team dynamics through consistency, reliability, and transparency. Consider SpaceX as an example. In the aerospace industry, teamwork is literally a matter of life and death. SpaceX's remarkable achievements, from rocket launches to satellite missions, demonstrate the power of collaborative effort. As an entrepreneur, you can foster a culture of teamwork that drives success while creating an atmosphere where individuals thrive. The resilience and success of your venture will ultimately depend on the strength of your teams. Conclusion: success, the business of fulfillment. As we wrap up, let's bring these 4 pillars together to see how they create a foundation for both business success and personal fulfillment. It's important to understand that this approach isn't a trade-off between financial performance and well-being. These principles don't compromise your business's financial success. They elevate it to new heights. It's a paradigm where your business thrives financially because of its commitment to well-being and fulfillment. A positive company culture doesn't hinder financial success. It nurtures it by fostering trust, communication, teamwork, and creativity. Gratitude becomes the foundation, sowing seeds of positivity and appreciation that shape your entrepreneurial journey. As it becomes a way of life, success isn't just financial. It's about empowering those who contribute to your business's growth. Humility serves as your catalyst for growth, creating an environment of open communication where you're continuously learning and adapting. Servant leadership aligns your personal and organizational purpose, bringing fulfillment through the positive impact you have on your team's lives and development. And teamwork creates a collaborative ecosystem where you're not alone, but leading a joint effort towards shared success. In the intersection of these four pillars, you'll find true fulfillment, not in isolation, but in appreciating your team's contributions, in the humility to learn and adapt, in purpose-driven leadership that uplifts others, and in the collaborative journey that amplifies your success. Remember, success isn't merely about financial achievements. It's also about the profound sense of fulfillment that comes from a life dedicated to empowering, learning, serving, and collaborating. The ultimate success is fulfilling your purpose and contributing to the shared success of the people in your care. Thanks for listening. If you found value in this episode, please like, comment, and subscribe. Share your thoughts on these principles and how you might implement them in your entrepreneurial journey. Until next time, keep building and growing with purpose. I'm Jim DuBos. Have an awesome day.
That's a wrap for today's episode of The Launch Capsule. The Launch Capsule. With your host and mentor to success, James DuBos. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe and share.